What's going on, everybody? Welcome back to Talkin' Baseball. It's Friday. There's been a whole week of games. Let's fill you in on what happened. Here we go. What's going on, everybody? Welcome back to Talkin' Baseball. My name is Jimmy. Trevor Plouffe is joining me from California, and producer BBD is behind the plate. We are coming to you live from the Roosevelt Studios here in the Bronx. Young Jake is off in Oklahoma on his annual draft. What is it? Annual fantasy draft golfing outing. So, Trev, your turn to step in and tell the people what happened in the series. How you doing?
I'm doing great. I'm actually going to go by Plouffe Gehrig today. That Wally Pipp dude out in Oklahoma.
Yeah.
Jake, don't let me slither in here, buddy, and take your spot. Don't let me do that. I've done it before in my career.
Ooh, who'd you Wally Pipp? Who do you have on your list? I took your spot.
I don't want to go into it.
Okay.
It's not a. You don't want to talk about.
He's told us before.
Oh yeah, you've told us before. Yeah.
Everyone's got to do that. You got to take somebody's spot.
Yeah. You don't fill out an empty roster. This show today is brought to you by Thomas Still, Renee Guerra, Lions with a Z, JR, Jeff Sneddon, Colin Gone, Bobby Anthony, Ryan Theft, and Keegan Parham. Those are our most recent Patreon supporters, our most recent patrons. Thank you very much to you guys. It's $2 a month. You get to watch live. We do 4 episodes a week, so you get live access to all 4 of those. We like the Patreon chat because it keeps all of the annoying people out, so the community during the live shows is nice and friendly, and we engage and sometimes do an after show when we can with you guys. So thank you, everyone who's supporting. It's patreon.com/Jomboy Media if you would like to support and be part of the live community in the future. Trev, we got a lot going on. I say we just hop right into it.
Oh, yeah, we got a lot going on.
Now, how this works is we always preface it with, we didn't watch these games. There's too many games.
Some of them we watched.
Well, some of them, but not all of them. I mean, there's 14 games a night, 4 nights. Impossible. So I don't even know what happened in the West besides the few games I watched. So you're going to tell me.
I got you.
I got you on the East. Let's play the music. Let's do it. The East region is as follows. Toronto and Baltimore teamed up, and Toronto said, you guys aren't the young darlings. We are. Toronto sweeps them. Ryu versus Cobb. You think a good pitching matchup in game 1. Cobb goes 6.25 earned runs. Not good. Ryu goes 6 innings pitched, 1 earned run. Grichuk with a 3-run homer. Toronto wins 7-2. In game 2, it's a 1-run game. Pearson versus LeBlanc. Both of those guys gave up 5 earned runs. Pearson left with an elbow injury, really hoping it is not Tommy John. Scary for the young stud, but he left with elbow tightness. That usually leads to some bad things. This one went extras, though, and the Blue Jays won on the classic walk, bunt, fielder's choice to push the go-ahead run. And then in game 3, classic. In game 3, the Orioles can't avoid the sweep. Roark versus Malone. Grichuk gets it done again with a 6-inning homer to take the lead. Toronto is now above 500. The Orioles are now below 500. And I think, my guess is that's how it's going to go the rest of the way between those two. Maybe. Actually, more on that later. Philly and Boston had a 2-game set. Philadelphia came to Boston to play in Fenway. Historically, a really fun matchup, seeing the Phillies in Fenway, Bryce in Fenway. I do like the visuals this gives you, but the game 1 is a mess. The Red Sox went with the bullpen that day. 6 of the 7 guys they threw out there gave up earned runs. The Phillies just slammed them. They should have saved some runs for game 2, though, Trev, because they only score 3 as Boston wins 6-3. Arrieta versus Kyle Hart. And I didn't update this yesterday. My bad. I only did up until then. But I think Boston, Eovaldi finally went 7 innings. They finally had a starter go 7 innings. Red Sox finished the series 7. No, that was the Orioles, so we're good. That was a different series.
Different series, I was going to say.
We don't even talk about that. the Phillies and the Red Sox split the 2-game set. The Phillies fought back to tie it late, but Ramon Rosso gave the lead right back. Devers and JBG get it done. The Mets and the Marlins squared off for a 4-game set, a little bit like Toronto and Baltimore, where the Mets are like, no, hold up. We're supposed to be in first place, not last. You guys are supposed to be in last. They go Penn versus Penn, game 1. Cano and Alonso both hit 2 homers each. Mets win big, game 1. Mets win pretty big, game 2. Oswalt versus Mejia. Rosario, Nimmo, Davis, their turns to hit home runs. So the Mets have a smattering of guys hitting bombs in this series. They win game 3. DeGrom comes back. Great pitching matchup with Pablo Lopez on the bump for Miami. Lopez goes 6.2 earned. That's good. DeGrom, he goes 6.0 earned. That's better. The Mets pen tried their best to give the lead back. They gave up a run. The Mets offense scored more. Mets pen gives up more runs. Mets offense scores more. And game 4 gets canceled because a player and a coach on the Mets come down with COVID. That's not good. Hopefully they're doing well. The Yankees get swept by the Rays, and they have 3 players go down with injury during this series. Tanaka versus Snell. Tanaka didn't have it. Snell looked great. Cole versus Glasnow was a really good pitching matchup. Glasnow looked best he's looked in a while. So did Cole, to be honest. Yankees bullpen blows it late. Paxton versus the bullpen, and the Rays get it done. Again, Rays just outcoached, outplayed, outpitched the Yankees, outhearted them. To be very honest with you, Rays clearly had more on the line, wanted it more, which it's not an excuse. I'm trying to give the Rays as much credit as I could. They look good. The Nationals and the Atlanta Braves squared off for a 2-game set. Braves win game 1 with a walk-off Anibal and Tukey. Both don't look that good. Braves were down 3 going into the 9th inning. Hit by pitch, home run to bring it within 1 single. Dansby home run to win it. He stays hot. Good job, Dansby, you pretty boy. The Braves lose game 2. Voth versus Tomlin. Voth was bad. 9 hits, 4 innings pitched. He gave up 5 runs. He's supposed to be, let's see what Voth has got. Not good. But the Nats and their bats back him up with a 4-run 5th inning. Nationals win. They split that series. That is what happened in the Eastern region. Couple sweeps, couple teams saying, no. The Rays looking at the Yankees saying, no. We're the same. We're better than you. The Blue Jays looking at the Orioles saying, no. We're supposed to be better than you. And the Mets looking at the Marlins saying, no. So
the Blue Jays, they're coming for it. Hopefully you talked about Nate Pearson. Hopefully that comes back. It's just a little tightness that you got to stretch it out or something like that. Maybe 2 weeks off, but that's a big blow to them. But they answered.
Yeah. The Rays are now in first place. Yankees are in second place. So that's
the injuries, man. We hired a whole new strength and conditioning coordinator, set the whole program up, and then we're still going through it.
Cressy, he's supposed to be like the big deal. Like, he's got clients all over the place. So
it's this year we talked about injuries, man. Like this was something that happened last year when he had the full facilities. This year we don't have the full facilities. Guys are coming in at staggered times. We knew it was going to happen to some teams, but man, the Yankees just have that bug.
It's bad, man.
They have the depth though.
Not really anymore. Like they used up all their depth last year. No, if you want to hear me be very sad and worried, listen to the Talkin Yanks app. I don't see how the Yanks can. I don't see how the Yanks can win in the playoffs if Paxton is out for the season with Tommy John.
He came out, or after the game, he said that he was feeling a little discomfort. Right? He got an MRI. He didn't come out of the game, did he?
Tightness, he came out like because he should have stayed in. He's only at 80 pitches and he was looking good and close game. So, yeah, I mean, Yankees brains. I'm preparing myself for him to have to get Tommy John. We've had Severino get Tom. You know how many players have had Tommy John for the Yankees? Glaber, Didi, Hicks, Canely, Sevy, Montgomery in the last 3 years. Am I missing anyone?
I want to say Domingo had it if he was still not.
Wait, was he with the Marlins?
A lot, dude.
Oh,
Why the position players? Why the position
when he's
players?
The Yanks.
How does that happen?
Glaber's was on a freak slide.
Okay. Hicksy's was too, wasn't it?
Yeah, and Didi's was on.
Is in the playoffs that weird play where he
can't do
fielded
anything
it off
about
the monster.
stuff like that.
Yeah, Didi fielded a ball off the monster and tried to throw it like an outfielder all the way home. So it's bad, man. If Paxton goes down, they do have the bats. And it's also very frustrating, and I'll do it quickly. The Yankees, under Boone, haven't prioritized putting their foot on throats and pedal to the metal. And I kind of agree.
The Fernando Tatis way.
I kind of agree with it for this shortened season, but it's frustrating day in, day out. Like Chad Green's their best pitcher. He didn't pitch once in the series. And then you have Judge and DJ out. So like Tyro Estrada and Wade are playing, and Gary's finally on fire. He can't play game 3, but I understand that because day after night. So it's just like, the Rays fans get all the credit to talk shit right now. I wish that, the Yankees.
You want the whole team. You want the squad.
Yeah.
The squad.
The lineup yesterday was like in the pregame show. I was like, this lineup's not going to beat the Rays.
No. You know what the Rays do? This is interesting because I had a problem with it while I was there. But look, it clearly is doing something. They have a program. They call it Shelbo. And it's your shoulder and elbow exercises. And they make every single player go through it. Position players and pitchers. Pitchers is probably more detailed and specific to each guy. But they make you go and do these things that typically a position player wouldn't do. You go lift, you get your legs in, you do a little upper body pump to feel yourself, but then they make you do the shoulder elbow exercises, the YTWLs. They make you do all this stuff. I even told them to go F off because I didn't want to do it. I was like, my arm is fine. Don't mess with me. But this is something that they do. Maybe that they've found works for them to avoid some of these injuries. I don't know. Sounds like a lot of the Yankee stuff is freak, but definitely, I mean, year after year is definitely
some are freak. Like Judges are kind of freak, but not like Glaber with a hamstring, calf strain. Not all the soft tissue stuff.
Soft tissue sucks, man.
Yeah.
Hey, what do? We talk about the Phillies. They had a 2-game set against Toronto.
No, against the Red Sox.
No, but again, yesterday they had a doubleheader. Then they play someone new today.
Oh. Yeah, that should have been included.
Talk about that. They got swept.
Toronto swept them.
Horrible.
Toronto swept them yesterday?
Yeah.
Oh, sorry, I didn't realize that. I should have put that in my breakdown. Yeah, it's not good.
All right.
Dude, the NL East is so weird to look at. Like, the Braves are still looking pretty, but I don't think any Braves fan is sitting confident with what's going on over there with their pitching and their injuries.
Yeah.
Exactly. The Nationals and Phillies, I actually think the Phillies may make a run here.
I love the Phillies. We talk about them all the time, but you can't have that bullpen and do it.
No. The Marlins are like one win in their last 10 games. They're not going to second place in the NL East is actually going to be a bad team statistically, not talent wise, And then maybe the Nats can just do what they did last year and just get that second place in the division spot.
Exactly. Look, they get hot at the right time. Somebody from that division's getting in. One of those teams. Yeah. Get hot at the right time, man. It's all that matters. We talk about this all the time. 60-game season seems like a warm-up for most teams. 3-game set against the Nationals. You got to face those 3 guys if they're all healthy.
Yeah.
That's what they did in the playoffs last year.
Red Sox finally won some games, but Red Sox fans, we have some friends, and they don't know how to handle this. The Red Sox have never been... They've been bad. Like, they finished last place, but it's usually after, like, a disaster finish, like the Bobby Valentine year. Usually, like, they're in it, then they fucking bottom out.
Dude, they should be rooting to just be horrible.
I know, but as a fan who loves watching baseball,
sure.
You get institutionalized by the game. It's every night, 7:00. And then, like, in the off season, there's moments where I'm like, oh shit, what do? I just watch movies now? Like, to do that in season, as a Yankee fan, we've had bad seasons, but they're always 85-win teams. Like, it's always like there's some storyline to watch. I don't know if I'd be able to do it. I think Red Sox fans are having a real crisis here. Like,
it's tough, man.
Every night I watch baseball. I really don't want to watch this game, though.
I think you got to get into the nitty-gritty then. Look at the trade deadline. Let's see what the prospects, like if anybody's coming up. Can we get rid of some of this money? They haven't had a high draft pick in a long time. Like, maybe root for that, dude. Yeah. I don't know.
They haven't had a top 6 pick since like 50 years. Jake has the stat. He's been saying it all. Rain Man, like, the Blue Jays though, they're getting hot, which is cool. They've won 5 in a row now, and they have they have a lot of games against the Yankees, so I'm hoping they don't get too hot. Not the real deal. But they're going to fight for that wild card spot.
They'll fight for the last spot for sure. I think, obviously Tampa, New York, going to be the top 2 spots. And then that extra wild card, they're going to fight for it, man. And I'm excited to see the young guys go after it. If anything, if you're a Toronto fan, get these guys in the playoff hunt. Go get them that experience. So when that time comes, when it's like, we're full go, they have it.
Ryu is having an awesome month of August. Maybe I should put him on in Fuego.
Ooh.
I mean, he's got 2 earned runs in his last 3 starts in the month of August, 17 innings pitched, 3 games. They've won every game. He's looking
Go
good.
Ryu.
Yeah. All right, let's move it along to the Central. I'll start it off, Trev. You're going to finish it. Here's what happened. A lot of games in the Central. Are you ready? Do you have the back end of this?
I do have the back end, baby.
All right, here we go. The Central region. The St. Louis Cardinals were back in action. They face off against the Cubs. These guys played 5 games in 3 days. Doubleheader, regular game, doubleheader. St. Louis takes game 1, 3-1. Cubs try to get the 7th inning complete game from Kyle Hendricks, who is pitching really well. Goldie and Carpenter get some hits, so they take him out. They bring in Roman Wick, and Miller takes him deep to grab the lead, and then Andrew Miller, closes it out. So Brad and Andrew, the Millers, getting it done for St. Louis. In game 2 on this day, the Cubs win 5-4. They go bullpen versus bullpen. Cubs win it in the 6th with 4 runs from a Contreras double and a Bodie homer. Then you have the 1-9-inning game, 6-3 win. Yu Darvish, just another dick-dropping tour game from him. 6 innings pitched, 1 earned run. Cubs are up on the series 2-1. 2 more to play. Flaherty versus Mills in game 4. Flaherty only goes 1.2 innings pitched, 40 pitches. I'm guessing this is a pitch count thing. I didn't look into it. I'm guessing he was around 50 pitches, and he didn't have a great 1.2. I think our dude Ian Happ took him deep, opened the game. So 2 friends of the program battling it out. And Mills, my dude Alec Mills, he may be turning back into a pumpkin. Carpenter hits a grand slam off him in the 1st, and they never look back. Game 5 has a pitching matchup of 2 dudes not in my book. Adbert Alzolay versus Johan Oviedo. No clue who the fuck you guys are. Jeffries blew the lead in the 6th. Cubs grab it back with the Bodie RBI. And then Kimbrel locked down the save. I believe this is his first save or clean save of the season. He's had 3 scoreless outings in a row now, but the others were kind of just like slop time. Let's get it back. So maybe Kimbrel's back for the Cubbies. That's a positive. The Cubs do take the series 3-2. Cleveland and Pittsburgh. Cleveland has to sweep the Pittsburgh Pirates. Cleveland sweeps the Pittsburgh Pirates. The first game was Cookie Carrasco versus Brubaker. Carlos Santana with a 3-run homer in extras to win it. Game 2, Savali, more on him later. He shoves, complete game, 1 earned run. 2 homers each for the Santana boys. That's Carlos and Domingo. Get it? The Millers did it. The Santana bros do it. And game 3, Bieber, he goes out there and shoves. But did they win? Again, I did not update this. This is my bad. I did this before. They had to win, right? I don't know. Cleveland Indians game 3. I didn't upload. Yeah, they win 2-0.
They did win.
Bieber shoves, and they sweep.
Hit a zillion Ks, I think 12 Ks.
Bo Taylor single and Bo Taylor fielder's choice are to push the 2 runs across to get the lead. So good job, Bo Taylor. Don't know who you are either. I'm sorry if I should. Detroit and the Chicago White Sox, they square off for 4 games, and Detroit's going pumpkin mode. They bring up all their debut guys. So if you're a Tigers fan, this isn't even about winning. It's just about seeing these young guys and the future. But for the White Sox, they're about winning. So they win. They sweep. They win all 4 games. Anderson and Robert each hit 2 home runs in game 1. Skubal debut versus Cease in game 2. Skubal gets knocked around. Anderson homers again. He has 3 RBIs. He's going off. In game 3, it was the debut bowl, Mize versus Dunning. Both of these kids in their debut go 4.1 innings pitched, 3 earned runs, 7 Ks. Both debuts, same line with those 3 stats.
Like that.
Gregory Soto blows it in the 8th and gives up a homer to Abreu and Edwin. And in game 4, Giolito deals and Anderson homers again. Bloof, what happened between Milwaukee and Minnesota?
Well, we saw the first game. Minnesota ends up taking the series 2 out of 3. First game, Kenta Maeda goes 8-0. Then the game turns into a shit show. He gives up a little blooper to Sogard. An error lets the Brew Crew tie it up, and then Minnesota wins it on a ground ball because they have Byron Buxton at third base, and he's very fast. The Twins get the win, but they rain on the Kenta Maeda parade. More on that later. Second game, Brew Crew comes out swinging. Everybody homers. Keston, Hira, off a position player. Don't be coming for my crown, Keston. That is mine. In the rubber match, Minnesota takes the game 7-1 behind Berrios. He shines. He shuts Jimmy up. He says, Jimmy, I don't care about your peripherals. I'm going to go 6 innings, 1 hit, 9 Ks because Eno Saris said all I had to do was get back in the zone and I'll be fine. So he went out and did it. Minnesota takes the series 2-1. On to the Cincinnati Reds versus the Kansas City Royals. They just played 2 games, a doubleheader. In the first one, Kansas City comes out swinging 4-0. They win it. Keller, is he a guy? He almost goes a complete game shutout. Shuts down a good lineup. If you look at his numbers overall in his career, he's kind of been a guy. Got to be excited for that if you're in Kansas City. In the second game, Reds take it 5-0. The Bauer dick dropping tour rolls on. He threw a complete game and did all sorts of silly shit. He took his jersey off after the game. He was strutting around like Conor McGregor after strikeouts. 1 hit, 9 Ks. He set some strikeout record. Who cares? He's dominant right now. And the Reds offense went on a little tour of their own, and not a dick-dropping tour, more like a small coffee shop acoustic tour. They hit 4 homers in the game. It was nice. Reds and Royals split the series. And that's what's happening in the back end of the Central.
You seen the movie Rockstar with Mark Wahlberg?
I have.
You know the final scene?
Great movie.
Yeah, great movie. You know the final scene when he's just doing the acoustic show in like rainy Seattle bar? That's what you're talking about?
Kind of, yeah. Just, you know, like early Pearl Jam when they were going and playing these shows. And it's a nice show.
Mm-hmm. That's my kind of music.
Yeah, you do like that kind of music.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Small venue shit. Yeah, man. A lot of stuff happening. A lot of, like, Cleveland needed to beat Pittsburgh. The White Sox needed to beat Detroit. They both sweep. The Cubs get to play 5 games in 3 days. They get 3 wins in 3 days. So if you're a Cubbies fan,
that's as good as you can hope for.
That's
I think
good
on both sides.
Yeah, if you're a Cubs fan, I mean, that's awesome. I mean, don't be upset that you didn't like get 4 or 5.
I think the Cardinals should feel the same way. You have that huge layoff.
Yeah.
And, you know, you basically split. You know, you can't split a 5-game series, but you show life. You have some guys hitting the ball. Get your pitchers back up to the pitch count.
I mean, if you're a Cubs fan, I think you got to be feeling really good right now. The starting pitching looks good. Kimbrel gets a save. Jeffers blows one, but, like, you know, if Kimbrel can get back on track,
oh,
I mean,
boy, they need him.
They got 16 wins, Trev. The next in their division has 11. The Brewers, they're the only team in their division above 500. So, I mean,
that division we talked about it all preseason, all during the early COVID stuff. We're like, we have no idea what's going to happen in this division. They all kind of seem the same, but now the Cubs have pulled away. I mean, they got that stack at the top of their lineup, and their pitching's been great.
Yeah. They can kind of start to like map out playoffs. Just get the 1 seed, and then you'll face who the fuck's going to be the 8th seed in the National
You think they got that locked up already?
Oh, no. For the division. They're not going to have the 1 seed overall.
I know, but do you think they have the division locked up already? I'm not so sold on that, Jim.
Yeah, I think they have the division locked up.
Okay.
No one's close to them, man.
I know, but the Cardinals have only played 14 games. They played 10 less games. So, like, let's see where they end up. I think I like the Cubs more, but we got to let the Cardinals breathe a little bit.
But if the Cubs pitching is like real deal, if Darvish is that, if Kendricks is that, if Lester's then I think they're better on paper than the Cards.
Yeah.
So I mean, let me see the Cubbies schedule.
You love a schedule.
I do. Well, only this year. I usually, if anyone listens,
it's hard to keep up.
Yeah, usually I don't care about schedule stuff. But it's such a shortened season, and with like this being regional, like, you know, how many more games do the Cubs have against the Cardinals is what I'm looking.
Okay, I like that.
Want to look up because that's what the Cardinals would need to do. Okay, they have another 1, 2, 3, 4. They have another 5 5 games set in 4 days. And that's all.
Gosh, that's so much baseball.
So they have another 5 games against the Cardinals. Who do they play from the AL? They got the Indians, the White Sox. Okay, those guys might be playing for stuff down the line. And they have 3 against the White Sox. But the Cubs look good. So
they do look good. Chicago, be happy with their baseball teams right now. The White Sox are coming. Tim Anderson looks like the real deal.
And people were shitting on him because of his BABIP. He got lucky. Yeah. So
man, I said, look, I like this guy. I like the way he plays the game. I enjoy watching him. Is he a batting champ type hitter? No. That's what I said last year. But the guy's hitting 379 right now. Yeah. I don't know what his BABIP is. It's got to be higher than 379. But whatever it is, it's back-to-back years he's doing it. Yeah. And he's hitting homers. And he plays short. And he's electric. And he's a guy that the 1-0 guys, bro. We've talked about this on the show before. But when you get the leadoff hitter, they can go pump one, put you up 1-0. Love it.
Yeah. Ian Happ did that.
Ian Happ's a pump guy. He's a 1-0 pump guy, man.
What I'm looking at the Twins. What's their schedule? Because dude, the Indians are breathing down their neck. They're a half game back. And then the White Sox,
they're in Kansas City. They're in Kansas City for how many? Let's see.
The White Sox are right behind them. Kansas City for 3 and then Cleveland for 3.
Yeah.
All right.
Oh, dude, the Central is a good division.
Yeah, I think it's going to provide the most drama.
And then Cleveland, I mean, you get back Clev. I mean, they've been doing this without, arguably they're 1B.
This is a very interesting next 2 series for the Indians and the Twins. The Indians play the Tigers, who just got swept.
Okay.
And they're probably going to continue bottoming out. And I'm not trying to be mean. They're just, it seems like their focus has changed. Let's see what we got with the young kids, ride out those starts. We got the service time figured out.
Well, CJ Cron, the glue of that team, went out. Yeah. And ever since then.
The Twins are playing the Royals. And shout out to you. Brad Keller's stats this season are very good. He should probably be on Fuego at some point, too. I didn't realize he was
His whole career has been pretty good, too. Yeah. It's like,
yeah.
Okay.
So if the Indians can beat the Tigers, and if the Twins, so I need the Tigers to get swept and the Twins to lose 1 game, so that this matchup between Cleveland and Minnesota next week is they're tied for first facing each other. Because that's
how about we
good
just
for baseball.
You love the sweep. Sweep or be swept is the slogan of the season for Jim.
Bad teams.
I agree
get out
with
of here.
You want to have teams playing their best, but
I don't want Minnesota.
Where's the matchup at? Is it Cleveland or is it Minnesota?
Cleveland.
Oof. That'll be a fun one. No matter what happens this next series, they'll probably each win 2 games. Go into that. It's going to be an excellent series. I don't know what the pitching matchups are, but it's going to be cool.
And the White Sox they're right there. They're 2 games out, but they're right behind. If the Twins run away with first place, the White Sox and the Indians will be battling for that second spot. And they're going to make the standings, the playoffs really interesting in the Central because, say the Indians get the 2 spot, right? That means they're 4, 5, or 6 seed. And then the White Sox are a division. That means they're 7 or 8.
Yeah, they're going to have to play someone like the Yanks or the Rays.
Well, the Yanks right now would be the 4 seed. So they'd be playing the 5 seed, which is probably the Indians or the White Sox.
It's going to be fun, man. I can't wait for that. Hey, and also Lucas Giolito told you to shove it.
So did Berrios.
Yeah, they're all just saying, Jim, just relax a little bit. Let me get my shit together.
Berrios looked nasty. I was watching that game. His pitches were dancing. They look great.
Those guys are they're not the same pitcher, but the way they attack guys is they need to get ahead, use their good strikeout stuff. That's the problem with Giolito turned the corner when he started throwing strikes.
So it's a good strategy.
So, yeah, you can't be working from behind all the time. Both these guys know that. My love for Berrios. I have never seen anybody work harder than him. And when that happens, you're going to get a guy with his talent. He's going to shoot into all-star. He's already been an all-star, I think twice. But he's going to shoot into Cy Young type seasons if he puts it all together. Similar to what Giolito did last year.
Can I tell you something about the Reds?
Yes, you can.
I'm over it. They're pissing me off.
Me too.
Be good. You got so much talent. I mean, Sonny Gray and Bauer are amazing right now. The lineup can bang if you want it to. Dude, I mean, they haven't won 2 games in a row since August 7th. And 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, in their last 8 games, they can't put back-to-back wins together. Against the Pirates, against the Royals, they had 2 games against the Royals, 2 against the Pirates, 2 against the Royals. That's a 6-game set. They went 3-3, and they never put it together. Like, you need to win. Like what we're saying about the White Sox and we're saying about the Indians, like, you got to beat the Pirates. You got to beat the Tigers. And I like what Bauer's doing. Definitely creating interest in the game. He's definitely being a heel and doing what he's doing. Like, I'm not against
He's digging in. He's digging his heels in.
And he can do it because he's fucking dominating. But Reds, what the hell? You're in 4th place. You have a losing record.
And Moustakas, I bet a lot of money on you to hit over 255. Let's, come on now. You said 240.
So much talent, man. They should be good.
What do you got on the Bauer stuff? Like, is it, hey, man, it's funny because you're dominating and doing it? Like, if you have a few dog shit starts.
Well, man.
What do you do then?
I like Bauer. I went on the show with him and, like, in person, incredibly nice guy, soft-spoken. Like, we chatted for a long time. He was nice.
You think it's a persona? Yeah. Like a shtick.
Yeah, in a way, but I also think that that's good. Like, you should, like, that's fine. Taking off his jersey to promote his own merch, I love it. That's fine. Like, when you shove Trev, you can do whatever you want. He's got 0-8-3.
That is what I'm saying.
He can't do that if he doesn't go complete game, and it's the 9th inning.
Yeah, I mean,
like, you can't get taken out in the 7th and undress on your way to the dugout. So
do it no matter what. I think I like that better. If he sucked and got pulled out of the game and still took his shirt off, I'd be like, okay, dude, you're for real. You're for real. I like it. Keep doing it.
The cleats thing, Jake and I talked about this on Jomboy and Jake Radio, our daily show that we do, and the cleats thing is fun. It's a little, his tweet afterwards saying, like, I thought we could wear whatever we want. MLB said that we could wear whatever I want, so now you're going. It was like, dude, you have people on your side. You don't need to distort facts to get more people on your side. The rule is you have to okay the cleats with MLB. And if they say you can wear them, you can wear them. And why would MLB okay those cleats? Come on, you're mocking their decision. Obviously, they're going to say no. So, like, I don't even care.
I also think it was a little hypocritical. I don't know if you saw the interaction between him and Justin Verlander's brother. I don't know his name.
Well, Verlander's brother's a butthead. He's always...
Well, he made a good point, though. You got to give people credit when they make a good point.
I didn't see it.
It was, free Joe Kelly on the cleats, but then Bauer has the tweet up about, like, don't you throw it at anybody's head. Like, it's bullshit. Don't do that. Well, that's exactly what Joe Kelly did. I mean, he threw it.
Yeah.
Bregman's head. So, like,
he threw behind his back. But
it's up there.
It's too high. Trout's getting balls at his head. That's a different story. We'll get to the West soon. My thing is, Bauer to spin it and be like, I thought this wasn't against the rules. Like, dude, the rules say you have to get him approved. And why would they approve those cleats?
It's a lot. Bauer's a lot. People like that. He can do his thing. No judgment here. Go do what you got to do.
Like, you're mocking the commissioner's decision, and the decision is stupid. And
just keep doing it when you're doing bad. That's my point. Just like the Juan Soto shuffle.
He's dominating. He can do it, and I think on the whole, net, to steal Jake's favorite phrase, what Bauer's doing is good for baseball and the growth of the game and interest of young kids and people.
Let me ask you this, Jim.
But the tweet where he was like, come on, Rob, a little hypocritical. It's like, dude, I mean, obviously he's not going to allow those cleats.
Well, that's pandering. He's pandering.
Yes, yeah.
But let me ask you this question. This is a serious debate, and I guarantee he's thinking about it. Why not sit out now? Why not sit out? You're a free agent at the end of the year. You have dominated. Why?
He doesn't care, man. He just wants to sign one-year deals. So,
I mean, he could sign a $40 million deal the way he's pitching right now. I mean, would teams frown upon that? I don't know.
Yeah, I don't know either. All right, we got to keep it moving. We got the whole West to go. All right, here we go.
Goodness.
Ready, Trev? I have no idea what happened, so please let me know.
Let's go.
The West, here we go.
In the first matchup, Houston goes into Colorado and sweeps Jake's Rocks. Jake sucks. We all know that. First game, Houston takes 2-1. Correa hits a 2-run double, and Belak looks like a dude. He's one of those guys. You look at his numbers. He might be a dude. That's crazy for Houston. They continue to develop players however they want to do it. Second game, same score, 2-1 Houston. Greinke deals, goes 8 innings pitched, 1 run. Straw walks off the rocks in the 11th with a single. Third game is a banger for Houston. They win 13-6. Framber, our guy. We love Framber on the show. 7 2/3, 1 earned run, and the offense came to party. Correa again, 4 other homers. They're just tattooing the ball in Colorado. And then on the final game, going for the sweep, the bat showed up for both teams. Houston ends up winning 10-8. Arenado and McMahon hit homers for the Rocks. McMahon hits 2. But Astros do it bigger because they're from Texas. Everything's bigger in Texas. Every starter except one has a hit. Even Altuve had 2 hits.
Jose Altuve.
Astros are red freaking hot. 9 straight. And I love it, Jim. We'll go into it a little bit after, but I love it. Moving on down to Arizona. This is a great series. Oakland visiting Arizona. First game opens up 4-3. Arizona takes it. This one ended up getting split 2-2. Oakland ties it up in the 8th of the first game. Then David Peralta walks it off in the 9th. No real standout performances, just a good, hard-fought game. Second game, 10-1 Arizona. Montas gets snake bit by the D-backs. You see what I did there, Jim?
Mm-hmm.
You like that?
Mm-hmm. That was good.
He gives up 9 earned runs in 1 2/3. That's not what you want. It's not typical of him. Tough to come back from that one if you are the Oakland A's. And then getting things started on Oakland's side. Third game, 4-1 Oakland wins. Baby Jesus shoves. Canna bat flips are a year-round fruit because they're always in season. That was another good one. I wrote that. He homers and Oakland wins. In the last game, Oakland splits at 5-1. Manaea responds to my criticism. I said, you got to get it going. Gets his first win of the season, and Chappie hits 2 home runs because he's a god. And he can do whatever he wants on the baseball field. Series gets split 2-2. Oakland and Arizona, great series. Heading on down to LA, Seattle, and the Dodgers. We kind of knew how this one was going to end up. Sweep or be swept. The Dodgers didn't sweep, but they won the series 3-1 in the first game. The Dodgers put up a nickel in the second. The Mariners answered with a nickel in the third. And then the Dodgers, because they're really rich in money and talent, they just said, we have more nickels than you. We're going to put up another one in the 7th. They put them up for good. Jansen gets the save. Betts homer. The Seager Bros homer. It's like the Mario Bros, but Seager Bros. A lot of other people homer too. Great game to watch if you like offense. Second game of the series, 2-1 Dodgers. Gonsolin shoves and has 0 earned runs this year in 14+ innings. The Seager Bros doubled in this game, so homer together, doubled together, and Training closed the game out for the Dodgers. Third game of the set, Taijuan Walker with another nice start. Urias with 6-4 Seattle wins. Austin Olo with 4 RBIs and Dylan Moore with a homer. LA ends up winning the series in the last game, 6-1 Dodgers. Kershaw is still really good. I looked up his numbers, and man, that the playoff Kershaw kills his stigma. He's ridiculous. He's a Hall of Famer without a doubt. Is he a unanimous Hall of Famer? He's better than Derek Jeter? I don't know. Kikuchi was not very good in this one. Belly hit a home run late. Dodgers take the series 3-1. And then we go to probably the most fun series that we've had all year. San Diego Padres in Texas. Or this is a 2-2 series. They went into Texas, then they went to
4 games set. Yeah.
4 games set, whatever. I'm trying to be accurate here. The first game. This is the game that everyone was talking about. Padres end up winning 14-4. They were ahead by 7 runs. Tatis hits the 3-0 grand slam. Chris Woodward is not happy, but who gives a shit because it was awesome. Davies versus Lyles. Tatis had 2 homers, 7 RBIs. Talked about the managers. Tingler and Woodward look very soft. San Diego kills that game. Next game, 6-4. Padres win again. Guess what? we had another grand slam by Will Myers. Bullpen was great. Gallo hit a home run. Heineman had an RBI in the loss. Whatever the story was, another grand slam for the Pods. Game 3 goes into extras. Guess what happens in extras, Jim?
Grand slam.
A grand slam by Machado to walk it off. Odor, Profar, Tatis, and Gallo all hit solo homers. That was the Lance Lynn game. Tatis struck out in the first, comes back in second bat, hits one deep to center. It's the Tatis show down in San Diego right now. Last game of the series, another extra inning thriller. Our boy Gibby versus the Met. Guess what happened? Another grand slam. 4 straight games. First team, I think, in history to do that. Hosmer hit the grand slam this time. Trevino and Solak for Texas did homers. Ty France and Hedges with a homer for the Pods. And San Diego walks off on an air. And Jake wrote me a note here. It says they should fire Woodward. I don't know about that. He had a bad take. Let's let him live. Continue to coach that team down in Texas. Padres freaking sweet, dude. That was nice. And we're going to round it off with the Giants in LA, 2 teams we don't care about. First game, 7-6. The Angels win it. Canning versus Anderson. Yeah, they didn't do very good. Belt and Trout homer. The Stella with the walk-off homer. That's always fun. San Fran answers back the next 3 games. Game 2, 8-2 San Francisco Giants. Trevor Cahill. Trevor, gotta love it. Outdueled Jake's Dylan Bundy. His Dick dropping tour finally slows down a little bit. Maybe he's going to join the Reds offense on their acoustic coffee shop tour because he still likes to play music. Yaz and Sandoval homer. Did you see the Sandoval homer?
I did not, no.
It was a bad swing, bad pitch. It was horrible. Lestella with another homer. Third game of the set, 7-2. Giants win again. Cueto's solid. Wilmer and Slater homer for the Giants. And rounding out that series, the Giants win again 10-5. Gausman versus the opener plus Tehran. Wilmer and Crawford homer for the Giants. Angels are a horrific franchise.
Does Jake write that for you at the end there?
and they are.
Dude,
right
they
now.
are. But
it's tough to watch if you're an
it's
Angels
weird.
fan.
Like their GM, Billy Epler, like kind of regarded like, he's done some moves that are celebrated at the time. They just don't win.
Just keep forgetting the one important aspect of the game. It's pitching.
Yeah.
They keep forgetting about that.
I mean, Ohtani hurts them, but like their plan, I don't know, man. It's bad. It's all
a lot
bad.
Of games in the West, buddy.
Shout out to Mikey Rotuno, who did the music for us here. Great tunes. A lot going on. Great job, Trev. A lot of info. Houston, they smashed Colorado. Last year, Colorado ran into the Houston buzzsaw, and their season was never the same again, so I hope Colorado can bounce back from this. Astros, they keep losing guys. They lose Bregman, they lose Alvarez, they lose Verlander, they lose everyone's respect, they lose Altuve, basically, and they're winning. They're just winning and winning.
It's because they've accepted it, and I said, we're going to be the heel.
I think it's the young guys who don't give a fuck.
Well, Correa's been doing it, and him and McCullers have accepted the heel thing.
Yeah,
I don't know,
true.
read it kind of the same way, and they're just doing it, man. And like that's a storyline that you want in baseball because don't you love it when you just absolutely hate a team and they're playing a team that you like? It's the best.
Yeah, baseball's got a lot of fun storylines going on right now. I mean,
It's like when you watch a UFC fight, you want the guys to hate each other. So you want these teams. A lot of teams hate the Astros. Let them be good, and then let's see an awesome playoff series with them.
Yeah. I mean, skipping a little bit to the other storyline, it's the Padres and the Rangers and sweeping them. And I mean, Woodward came out and Woodward looks like a butthead every time he talks right now. Because he came out, Trev, and said, like, just because I don't like it doesn't mean it's wrong. Well, you fucking told your player to throw at them for it. So
that was the problem I have.
Just because you don't like it doesn't mean you get to tell your player to throw a pitch at them. Dude, if you're going to sit here and say, just because I don't like it doesn't mean it's wrong, it's just my personal opinion, well, that's great. But when you act on that personal opinion and have your player throw at another player, you kind of just are talking in circles. He sounds like an idiot through this whole thing. I don't think you got to fire him, but I think I haven't seen a Rangers fan support Woodward and the Rangers side of that argument yet.
there's really no way to
No, a lot of
side with
Rangers fans were like, this sucks. Like, I don't want to be this team. So,
Look, I'll blow them up a little bit. I had Gibby texting me. We were talking about it. We always have discussions about tough things to talk about, and we were good at it. We're diplomatic. Is that the right way to use that?
Yeah. Friendly.
Okay. We talked about it, and this really started my whole thing. And when I went on Twitter, I was like, these unwritten rules are stupid. I liked what Woodward said. Yeah, I didn't like it, but doesn't mean it's right. But like you said, then don't throw at the guy because your imaginary line got crossed.
Yeah.
And you got your feelings hurt. I want to eliminate that from baseball, Jim. I think that's my next crusade is stop hitting dudes. Why do the hitters have to get hit all the time? This is bullshit. It could end a career of a star player, like a guy like this guy.
You know what it is?
Got hit and broke his rib, and it cost him a lot of freaking money, dude.
Do you know what it is? The great comparison. Do you know the Stanford prison experiment? Have you heard about that?
I've seen it on Netflix a million times, never watched it.
Oh, it's a real thing. I've never seen the movie. They took these young boys and they brought them into a controlled environment and randomly said, you're a guard, you're a prisoner, right? No merit, no reason for why they did this. And all of the guards just got in their head and they degraded the prisoners. And the prisoners like, dude, you're not actually a guard. It's a fake experiment. They're like, shut the fuck up, and started beating them just because they were randomly given this power. Because pitchers have the ball in their hand, that means they write the rules. Because a batter can't throw his bat at a pitcher. A batter can't throw his helmet at the pitcher. There's nothing you can do but sit there and get hit by the ball.
No, there's one thing you can do. You can charge them out and get tackled by 5 freaking dudes.
But then your punishment's way worse than them throwing a ball at you. So it's just like this power that's given to pitchers because they have the ball. And it's gotten way into their head. So it's stupid. And I agree with you.
It's a great point, Jim.
The A's are, they split the series, but that's kind of fine with them. They don't need to win every series from here on out. They can just split 4-game sets and win 3-game sets, and they're looking pretty good.
Starting pitching, Jim. Be honest. Look in the camera and tell me you like their starting pitching.
No, but their bats and their pen is good. And if Minaya and Fires are giving them Keuchels, that's all they need. You know what I mean? They're a pretty good team. But the Astros are breathing down their neck a little bit, so I'm hoping the Astros make that fun. I don't know. Quentin Huebner's in the chat. He's an Astros fan. Is this the pitching that the Astros are getting and the ways that they're going on this streak? Is it sustainable? And I'm not a prodding question, a legit question I want to hear, Quentin. If Verlander and Greinke and McCullers are doing this, obviously that's sustainable. But you have some young guys coming up, pitching, and I don't know if they expected this or it's kind of like, ooh, this guy's giving us way more than we thought. So
our guy Framber,
Belak, yeah. So I'm wondering, is it sustainable and all that?
Should we ask Reddick's wife what she thinks? She was not happy with their pitching staff, and those guys have saved this team.
Yeah, that's true. That's true. The Rangers get swept, so now they're 10-14, still in the hunt for that. You know what I need to? You know what else I need? An audience member or a listener or BBD. What is the NL West record against the AL West? Because how the hell does the NL West have 3 teams or 4 teams with 13 wins when they all play each other? Are they just dominating the AL West anytime they see these guys? The Rockies just lost, so that doesn't fit it. Do you have it, BBD?
I don't know, man.
Oh, BBD says he can find it. How is the NL West have so many wins when they play each other nonstop? It's kind of weirding me out.
There's a couple bad teams in the AL West. The Angels in Seattle have, a 296 and a 308 winning percentage.
Yeah.
So there's that. But, the other 3 teams aren't too bad.
I don't know. I'm just trying to figure it out.
That's interesting.
Yeah. All right. Trout's getting balls thrown in his head. I don't understand that. But we are running late. Let's pivot to the second half of the show. We're going to standout performances, and they are brought to you by our friends at Draftkings. Draftkings, there is 100 million reasons why you should sign up for Draftkings, so listen the hell up. DraftKings is the leader in one-day fantasy sports. They're celebrating the return of sports by giving away up to $100 million in prizes to all of their customers, including one lucky winner. It will be a listener of the show. I can guarantee that. Asterisk, slide to the bottom of the article. Can't guarantee it. Who will take home $1 million cash prize. To claim your share of up to $100 million in instant giveaways, all you have to do, download the app, sign up using promo code Jomboy, then enter DraftKings free football survivor pool. Yes, it really is that easy to claim your share of up to $100 million in instant giveaways and put yourself in the running to win $1 million cash prize. While the top prize is reserved for one lucky winner that listens to Talking Baseball, everyone who signs up and enters DraftKings free football survivor pool will receive an instant bonus prize of at least $5 in value upon entering. Asterisk, it's not reserved for a listener of Talking Baseball. I think legally I can't make that joke. While you're in the app, don't forget to check out all of the great daily fantasy contests DraftKings is hosting for this week, including basketball and golf, probably hockey too. Download the DraftKings app now and use promo code Jomboy to claim your share of $100 million in instant giveaways and put yourself in the running for the $1 million cash prize. That's promo code Jomboy to get your share of $100 million in prizes only at DraftKings. Eligibility restrictions apply. See DraftKings.com for details. Stand out performances. Trev.
You want me to go first?
Yeah. And Quentin says it's as sustainable as two young guys pitching lights out. If they can keep this until Verlander's back, I'm excited.
Okay.
So I don't know. That doesn't sound like it's that sustainable, Quentin.
We'll see.
Yeah.
Let me get to my standout performance, Quentin. Thank you for your input. Mine, this was kind of an easy one. For me, I have some ties in the city of Minneapolis, and we saw Kenta Maeda just go do it. 8, no. He looked nasty. Jim, he threw this one pitch to Keston Hiura. It was like a slider that rose. And if you want to go check that highlight out, people, go check it out. It's the weirdest pitch I've ever seen. Keston Hiura looked like he didn't know what just happened. But he had the split working with him. He had 12 Ks through 8, and then Sogard comes up and bloops one in to ruin it. But Maeda looked great. That's exactly what the Twins needed. And if they want to be a legitimate World Series contender, Kenta's got to step it up. Berrios has to step it up, and both of them did it this week. Kenta was lights out. I really was rooting for him to get that no-hitter. Everybody raves about him, how good of a guy he is there, and he kind of exemplifies like that joy that you want to see guys have when they play the game. He was very happy with his start. Obviously, Maeda, great job. What
do you think about the bloop? We talked about this on Jomboy and Jake Radio as well the next day. I think 2 out of 10 times that gets caught. I think if he catches it, we're saying that's the play. You know, every no-hitter has a play. But I saw a lot of people saying it 100% should have been caught. I don't know.
They were shifted, and look, if he started one step back, he would have caught it. But that's the game of baseball, man.
Yeah, and it's like a bloop. It's hard to get like a perfect read on those bloops, right?
It also was coming right at him. So when a line drive's coming right at you like that, and that was, a full swing, but he got jammed or hit it off the end. I'm not sure which one, but it's coming a lot slower. So it's just a difficult read for a guy, and straight at you is tough because you can't break and pivot one way back. You have to just go straight. It's tough to do that as an infielder.
Yeah.
Whatever.
Still
a great start.
Good job. I liked his little shimmy. It sucks he goes from no-hitter to no decision.
Oh, you did like that little shimmy, didn't you?
It's fun.
Man, how many times has that happened, dude? Like, you get into that 9th inning, it just seems like it's like.
I wanted to do a breakdown, but it's a lot of work. Maybe if I have a team to find it, because I think the casual baseball fan doesn't know that if a guy has a no-hitter or a perfect game going in like the 8th or 9th inning, as soon as like he gives up that first one, it unravels. Like. I don't know the percentage, but like as a baseball fan, we watch it and like, oh no, take him out because like it's gonna unravel now. I think the casual or new baseball fan would be like, well, he's still fine, he's still having a really good game, but like baseball fans know like, oh, you got to get him out because it's gonna unravel.
Well, they did take him out and then it did unravel.
I know, but it's just a weird mindset that we have because we've seen it that I think the average non-baseball mind would be like, wait, what? That's a thing? Like, yeah, it's a thing.
It's like on the offensive side, it's like someone's been holding your head underwater, and you finally get a little bit of air, and you can breathe again, and then boom, it kind of opens the floodgates up there. But that was a weird one. They tied it on an air, kind of a double play ball that they rushed, threw it away. Yelich scored, but they got the win.
Yeah. My standout performance is a Cleveland Indians pitcher, not named Clevenger, not named Bieber, not named Plesac, not named Plutko, not named Cookie Carrasco.
He's not named those things.
It's not his name. Those are the guys you think of.
Plesac might be doing good on the alternate site.
Yeah. The Civ. Dude, they called up, the Indians called up a kid to make his debut over calling Clevin Plesac back up. It's real.
Yeah, I mean, look, go on and we'll talk about that after.
All
Talk about Civ. He deserves it.
Yeah. Aaron Savali, the Civ the kid. He goes 9 innings pitched, 5 hits, 1 earned run, only 6 Ks. He's not really he's not pumping cheese or anything up there, but you know what I always like looking at when I see these, Trev, and the audience probably knows I like looking at this? How many 1, 2, 3 innings? Because you know, that just means keeps you in the zone. So he opened up 1, 2, 3 inning, 1, 2, 3 inning, then 1, 2 single. So we're at 2, 3. The 4th, he goes 1, 2, 3. The 5th, another single. 6th, 1, 2, 3. 7th, 1, 2, 3. 8th, 1, 2, 3. So he got strong there towards the end. And then he gave up.
What was the score of that game, Jim?
What's that?
What was the score of that game? Do you have it?
It was 6-0 going into the 9th inning, and then Josh Bell had a sac fly to make it 6-1. I mean, he was 1 out away from a complete game shutout.
Yeah.
Or 2 outs away from a complete game shutout.
5 hits, yes. Okay. I was going to say, when you do work like that, to your point, not only does it keep the defense ready and able to make better plays for you because you're working fast, getting guys out, but offensively, it's like, dude, we're out in the field for 2 minutes and let's go back and hit again. Keeps you in that rhythm. Yeah. Fun. So fun when your pitcher's dominating like that. You're going to win the game.
I lost your audio a little bit, but sound like you said fun games to be part of.
Those are fun games to be a part of. Am I back?
You're back. Norm Shaver says the A's are 13-4 against the NL West, only team with the winning record. Do you have the numbers?
I slacked them to you, but now that I'm already talking, NL West is 30-20 against the AL West as a whole, but they're 21-8 against the Mariners, Rangers, Angels.
Okay, so Mariners, Rangers, Angels are giving the West all these wins because it didn't make any sense. Good job by me. All right. You want to talk about? No, we got to keep going with these. In Fuego. You ready for some Dirt Nasty? We drop Dirt Nasty right now. Here, where is it?
I like Dirt Nasty.
Dirt Nasty's on Fuego. That means I'm on fire, baby. Like Waco.
Okay.
We got some guys here, Trev.
Yes.
Randall Grichuk. That fuck Grichuk is what we call him because he just crushes the Yankees for some reason like a jerk.
He's a good player.
He's a good player. The series against Baltimore. So they had the 2-game set against Philly. I wasn't counting that. The 3-game set against Baltimore. Grichuk had 11 RBIs and 4 home runs in the 3 games against Baltimore.
Yeesh.
Crazy on fire. Robbie Grossman. Jake put Robbie Grossman in here.
Oh, I put Robbie Grossman.
You did? All right. What's Robbie?
Let's talk about Robbie Grossman a little bit. Professional hitter, always giving you a good at bat. Nothing crazy stand out about the guy, but this year he is just getting it done. How I said Longoria called me a Rays player, like you're a Rays guy. Robbie Grossman is an A's guy. Gives you those good at bats. Right now he's got a 452 on base percentage. He's slugging 615 for a 1.068 OPS, 197 OPS plus. When you get a guy like this, who you're not counting on to give you huge offensive numbers, that's going to spark your record. And that's kind of what we've seen with the A's. The offense has been there. Robbie's been a huge part of that. I don't know. He hasn't been crazy hot the last 3 games. He's just been kind of keeping it going. But I wanted to give him a shout out because he deserves it. He's been hot all season long.
452 on base percentage is no joke.
Move on down. My boy Tim Anderson. We talked about him a little bit, but in these last 4 games, or I don't know if it's 4 games, but however many games it's been since August 17th, 9 for 18, 4 homers, 7 RBIs, hitting 379 with a 1.172. He's for real, and he's having fun with it. He does that thing. He hits the ball, spins back towards the dugout, and that's like become his signature pimp job.
Yeah, it's kind of cool to have, like, only he does it.
It was very frowned upon the first time he did it because he threw the bat and all that. Now it's become accepted, and you're saying, oh, that's TA. That's what he does.
Yeah. So
he's been in fuego. And then another guy.
Tim Anderson, in his last 5 games, has a .522 on-base percentage. Crazy.
Yeah, that's weird because I said he's 9 for 18, and I said he's hitting 379. So that is not – oh, that's on the year. That's on the year. I'm sorry. 9 for 18 in his last games, but on the year he's hitting 379. I'm sorry. I think I effed that up a little bit.
All good. Who else you got on here?
Another one, a guy I needed to give a shout out to because Brad Miller was laying up in a hotel room for a zillion days straight. Comes back out of bed, goes 7 for 15, 2 doubles, 2 homers, 8 RBIs, hits 467, 619, 1.619 in those games. He's doing it.
Doing the damn thing. Good. Speaking of Brads, throw Brad Keller on there. Every start, this series is good. Ryu, throw him on there. It's awesome. All right.
Brad Miller's got a fun stance, too. He kind of like just stands there, and he wears the high socks and the tight. Yeah. Funny guy, too.
Yeah.
Go, Brad.
Luke Voigt, he's in fire. I mean, he's hit 4 or 5 home runs in the last 4 games or something like that. Like, absolutely insane.
He's on tour.
What's that?
He's on tour.
Speaking of home runs, let's go to the race to 20. Brought to you by Roosevelt's. We laid down a bet that someone's going to break 20 home runs. I think we're still on a great pace here. The leaderboard has been so fun to watch. Guys jump up, jump down. So thanks to Roosevelt's for making this a thing with us. Go to roosevelts.com/Jomboy. Get 20% off anything you want. Tons of fun shirts, hats, shoes, bathing suits, all that stuff. They're dropping some brand new Sandlot stuff coming up, so watch that. Trev, the home run race, we had some people climb up. We've had a change. Judge is no longer there because he's been out. He drops down to tied for 5th. And we have 3 players with double-digit home runs. Fernando Tatis Jr. stays atop the leaderboard with 12. He climbed up with the Grand Slam. He stays there. Mike Trout, he's number 2 with 10. And Luke Voigt, guy I just mentioned, he hits, 4 in the last 4 games? 5 in the last 4 games? So how he's got 10.
Playing in the 90s with the Bash Brothers. Like, that's how he swings the bat. That's how he fills out a uni. He's fun to watch, man.
His stats, like you asked us, is like Luke Voigt for real. His stats since joining the Yankees are really, really good. And he's got this one stretch where he had like, what do you have? Abdominal
playing
strain?
through a hernia.
He's playing through a hernia. That's really bad. The numbers are really bad. If you take that out, if he was just to be like, hey, I'm hurt, I don't want to play, his numbers are like
even crazier.
I don't think you hear a guy like Luke Voigt ever say that.
Like superstar level, like really good. So get to know him. Mookie Betts is up there with 9. Castellanos stays with 9. Nelson Cruz, he climbs his way up to 9. Judge stays at 9. He'll be coming back this weekend. Matt Olson's up there. It's a lot of guys. So
Brandon Lau, just sneaky MVP candidate.
How do you do the math on this? The only thing about this is Tatis keeps hitting home runs, but I think he keeps falling off pace. So he's got 12 in 27 games, which is...
He's definitely on pace.
I know, but he was on pace to hit 25, and then the next update, he was on pace to hit 23.
I mean, it sounds like he's on pace to hit over 24 because he 60 games, 27 games already. He's got 12.
I have 27.
27. Oh, he jumped up his pace then. Good job. He's going to do it. Someone will do it. A lot of guys will do it. Now it's like, well, over-under, will 5 guys do it? It's crazy.
I was on record as saying I don't think it's going to happen, but we did as a company decide that it was going to happen. So I'm happy that we did that.
Yeah. Now, Trev, we usually just go straight to Slump Watch, but we've put 2 guys in their own category here, and I think they might be both coming off. Joey Gallo watch, Manny Machado watch. Joey Gallo, he had a hit in each game this series against the Padres, which is good. He had 2 homers and a double. I think he only had 1 hit each game, so 1 for 4 each night is a .250 batting average, which is what you expect from Joey Gallo. You just need those hits to be extra base hits. 2 of them were homers. 1 of them was a double, and I'm guessing 1 was a single. So that's like Joey Gallo. So I think we might stop this, or maybe we do 1 more week of Joey Gallo watching.
I love looking at his stat line. It's so awesome, dude.
It's
'cause
like new
he's
baseball.
not hitting very well. And then you move over to the right, and you see the OBP. You're like, okay, he's okay. Then you move over 2 sections to the right, see the OPS. Like, oh, he's got a 903 OPS, 145 OPS plus. Look, back in the day, a guy like this probably wouldn't have been appreciated. But with what we know now and how these homers change games, and he
had 4. He had 4 walks too. So 4 hits, 4 walks. So he's on base twice each game. Good job. And then we had Machado on here because he was wavering between slump, and then he was back, and then he was slumping. He has 3 multiple hit games in a row. He hits the grand slam. I think we're going to end Machado watch. I mean, we'll have to get Jake's final say, but I think we're going to end it. I still like watching Joey Gallo. So
well, Jake's out of this show. He's fucking out.
If Wally pipped him.
Yeah.
All right, moving on. Slump watch. Some housekeeping. Altuve's been on here. I didn't update that. Altuve do anything? I think he did get a hit.
2 for 5 game. It's still not very good, Jim. I think he could still be on slump watch.
Because he's not Altuve yet, Oh, he had back-to-back multiple hit games in a row. So I will leave him on there. It looks like he's climbing off. David Dahl.
Here now.
David Dahl is still not playing. They're still not starting him. So I'm just taking him off because we're not going to monitor a guy that's not a starter anymore. That's sad.
Shout out, David.
Shout out, friend of the program, rooting for him. Jock Peterson, 2 games, 2 for 8 with a homer, but in his last 10 games, he's still got a 0.83 batting average. So I'm leaving him on. It seems like we need 1 more week to see if he can climb out of this or stay in it.
Is he Joey Gallo light? Is that how we see Jock Peterson?
He's also a platoon. He's an interesting guy because they also they platoon him sometimes.
I can't get a read on him either.
Yeah. Glasnow's off. He shoved. Wilson Contreras is off. He played in 5 games. He started 4 of the 5 games for the Cubs as a catcher. That's pretty cool. And then he came in to the 1 game he didn't start. So I was shocked to see he didn't get a full day of rest somewhere in those 5 games in 3 days. But he had a 471 on base percentage in the 5-game set. Off. Javi Baez. He went 2 for 16 with 1 walk. He's still on. 222 on base percentage, 125 batting average. So I'm leaving Javi on. And then you took over here.
Yeah, young, thick Austin Riley. Didn't play much. He went 2 for 6 with 3 RBIs, but he still has a 222 on base percentage. Let's leave him on. We like young, thick, but let's leave him on.
Okay.
Edwin Encarnacion went 3 for 12, 2 homers. But again, we're going to go with the on base percentage, 258. This is the thing that's concerning. 5 walks, 22 Ks. Don't love that ratio. I say we leave him on.
You think so? I mean, all of his hits came in 1 game, and the 2 homers came in 1 game. So, yeah, I think we leave him on. Just watching. Just to watch.
I'm not expecting him to go crazy, but he's better than this.
Yeah.
And then we'll go to Anibal Sanchez. 5 innings pitched, 3 earned runs, and then only 1 strikeout. I know he's not a big strikeout guy anymore, but that's just not going to get it done. Still has an 8.5 ERA. He's on, buddy.
Yeah, but he's getting close to bad watch.
See, I didn't know we're doing bad. I didn't know we have a bad watch.
Like he hasn't had a good outing all season, and we're at 4 starts. So I think I'll give him 1 more. But I mean,
don't
if he
think
throws
has
up
the
another
velo separation that he used to have with the fastball and the changeup, and that's the problem.
Berrios shoved. He's off.
He shoved it up your butt.
Yeah, he looked great. He looked really good. There's a couple pitches that he threw that I was like, whoa, that's a crazy slider. I added some people. Todd Frazier, big fan of Todd Frazier. New Jersey kid, obviously. I met him. He's nice. But tough series. 1 for 15 with 2 walks. 0.67 slugging. The Rangers had a bad series. Todd, get some more hits.
Yes.
I threw Miggy Cabs on here. Another old great. He went 2 for 14. 2 walks. What's going on with you, Miggy?
It's tough watching those guys at the end of their career, man.
Yeah, that's why you got out.
That's right. I went out on a high note my 2017 season. Holy shit, what a high note.
Yeah, same with me. That's just got out before I got bad. Never started. Matt Olson, 1 for 13. Not good, Matt Olson. Come on.
He'll be fine.
I know he'll be fine, but you got to, Slump Watch is usually
he's also like top 4 in home runs, right?
Yeah, but at one point he had like his last 4 hits were all homers, but he was garbage in the stretch.
Yeah.
It was something weird like that. Yeah, he's definitely on Slump Watch. That's not him. And then Jose Ramirez had an 0 for series, 0 for 12, so you just got to watch him.
Yes. 0 for series suck. They suck.
Yes, they suck. Who got mad? We have an Earl Weaver soundbite for this.
Lying! No, you are! You are lying! You're a big liar! You are a liar, Earl! You are a liar! You are!
No, you are.
Everyone got mad.
Everybody did.
Trev got mad. People got mad at Tatis. We got mad at those people. Phillies fans got mad. Yankees fans. Yeah. Some Yankees fans probably got mad. I got sad. I got sad. I got sad.
Let me give the stat on the Phillies because the Phillies fans got mad because they split with the Red Sox, who they should sweep. Then they went and got swept by the Blue Jays in a 2-game doubleheader, or obviously a 2-game doubleheader. Nice use of words there, Trev. But this is a stat. In the second game, both games combined in the doubleheader against the Blue Jays, they used 7 relievers. They threw a total of 95 pitches and got only 5 swing and misses. And there were 3 by Neris, who was at the end of the game. Whew. That's not what you want there. 95 pitches and only 5 were swung and missed at. That is a recipe for disaster and a sweep in a doubleheader.
Not good.
Phillies fans are not happy.
No. I don't think there's a fan base in the NL East that's happy. And the Braves, are winning, but they're still, I wouldn't say they're unhappy, but they're very weary. Isn't that weird?
They called up a top prospect, right?
Are they? What? Who? Keyboom? He's been up.
No, somebody else. He called him out because Marquez got hurt. Who is it?
Christian Pache?
Yeah, I was going to say Pache. I was going to say Colin, but that's a pitcher for the Brewers. Colin Pache.
Well, all right. That's who got mad. That used to be a big segment, but it's kind of hard. And we're deep into the show. Let's move on to awards. The award I'm giving out, Trev, is the Hung Award. Hung, Jake's favorite TV show. He used to say his dream was to be an old man who had one DVD box set, and it was just the TV show Hung that came on before Entourage on HBO. It's a guy with a huge dick.
That was a real show?
Yeah, Thomas Jane.
I think I remember that now. That's a fun show to be a part of. Like, everyone just thinks you have a huge cock because that's who you play on TV.
Yeah. Don Draper, or what's his name? Don Draper, what's his name? John Hamm should have played it. He's got a huge dick. No, have you seen it? You never seen it?
I have. I know what you're talking about, and I feel like it's kind of like overstated a little much. Like, it's not. Come on.
It's crazy.
For a white guy.
It's like the size of my wrist. Hung, the Hung Award. Thomas Jane played the TV show Hung was based off a guy named Jonah Falcon, who's got the world's biggest penis. Jonah Falcon used to host a radio show called Talkin' Yanks. How about that?
It was based off a real person. That's awesome.
Kinda. I think, like, if you make
just a big old cock.
Yeah. Hung. The Hung Award goes to Jose Alvarez. He got hit right in the nuts. 105-mile-per-hour line drive right to where the good things hang. And he hung in there, Trev, and made the play. Got the out at first base. It goes dick to hand to first base.
Yeah, do you think his big old dick saved his balls?
Maybe. The test results came back. The test results came back negative. He said it was pretty bad. Obviously, it hit me in my private parts, and it's a pain that's hard to describe. But thank God I'm feeling much better. Everyone was good in the hospital. Nothing bad. I mean, yeah, it could have been like really bad. You ever get hit in the nuts? Do you wear a cup at third base?
I wear a cup no matter what. I just feel comfortable with it. Even in the outfield, typically outfielders don't wear cups. But whenever I put a baseball uniform on, it's like I got to have a cup on.
Yeah, Beltrade. Jake didn't wear a cup growing up because his league never made him. But like I always did, they did cup checks, like knock and all that stuff. Beltrade took that shot to third and like ruptured his nut because he didn't wear a cup at third base. Cup. How could you not wear a cup at third base?
Because he's so damn good. His hands are his cup.
That's true. It's true. Well, good job by Jose Alvarez hanging in there. What's your award?
Mine is the Not So Fairy Tale Award because Prince Charming isn't coming. He was just fine hanging out with your stepsister, Cinderella. You can go back to your pumpkin. Goliath dodged your dumb rock and came over and bashed you in the head with his giant hammer fist, David. These are not fairy tale endings like we thought. In this, I have to give credit to Bob Nightingale. He put a great tweet out, and I stole it from him. The feel-good stories of the Marlins, the Tigers, the Orioles, and even Jake's Rocks, who are defying our imagination just a week ago, have now lost 23 games combined in a row. We've been talking about the fall from grace of these teams. It came out hot. It happens every single year. People get excited, and then boom, it comes crashing down. That's what we're seeing with these teams. Rockies are on the fringe there, but the Marlins, the Tigers, and the Orioles, you are who we thought you were. That's my award.
I kind of stumbled into this take before the season started, if you remember, where I kept saying, I don't think we're going to get a darling. I think the cream's going to rise to the top. Because what we did was we looked at the Mariners last year when they were started hot.
Yes.
And then we looked how quickly they were bad last season. And before the season, I was saying this, and it's kind of coming true. Like, do we have a darling left? And don't confuse a darling left with a bad team's going to get the 8 seed. Like, the American League 8 seed is going to be a bad team.
Yeah, no one's stepped up. Like the
Blue
Marlins
Jays
were like doing it for a little bit. They've lost 5 in a row.
The Blue Jays are the only team at this point in time. The Blue Jays are the only team where, yeah, maybe the Baby Jays can have some fun. Other than that, man, the Padres too. Everyone thought the Padres are going to be around 500. Right now, the Padres are they truly are like America's darling. So I think the Padres are the last one left, and they seem like the real deal.
Padres in Toronto, though, I mean,
but the Padres have talent. It's not
the
like
numbers
it's
are skewed though because they just swept. So like the Blue Jays have won 5 in a row, the Padres won 4 in a row, and right now they're sitting pretty. But I guess you can. I'm not going to consider the Padres a Cinderella team because they do have the talent.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. They're a Cinderella
Blue Jays, sure.
A Cinderella was truly like Orioles, Marlins, Pirates, Giants.
Prince Charming said, "Look, your stepsisters. I'm okay with them. I don't need to chase you around looking for you in your glass slipper. I don't care about that. I'm the prince. Like I don't need to chase anything."
Yeah, I'm out of here. All right, the last thing we do, Trev, we'll be quick this time because it's a longer show. How long are we?
Almost to 120.
120? All right, really quick, Trev. The last segment we do is elevator talk. If you get into an elevator with a guy wearing the hat of this team, here are some quick talking points. The Detroit Tigers. There you go, man. I mean, Detroit Tigers, it's debut bowl. That Casey Mize comes up. Skubal comes up. They called up the third kid who's like even younger. I forget who it was Mize, Skubal, and another kid got called up. I'm blanking on it. But, yeah, you talk about the young kids. Do you think it is? Oh, I'm just excited that we got a future. Mickey Cabs, is his time done? Boyd.
It's all about the future now.
Make some trades while you got guys with value so you don't Fulmer and Boyd yourself again.
Have they gotten rid of those horrible pants with like 70 belt loops?
I don't know.
Still have that?
I don't know.
Because that would be a step in the right direction if they want to go to the future. Get rid of those.
I do, and we talked about this, and I said it last ep, but maybe people didn't hear it. They have guys that they should be shopping. I'm not sure if they're going to find a match to trade them. I'm not sure how all that's going to go. But they signed all these one-year contracts, all these pillow contracts to get them to cushion the gap until Mize is up, until Turnbull's up. They even got that outfielder that was making diving plays in spring camp. He's super young. They got guys that they signed that aren't the future of this team. I've been saying this a lot. But if you're in the elevator, just prod away. Do you think that they're going to try and trade Scope? Do you think they're going to try and trade Romine? Does Maben have
trade pieces?
Romine is, man. People are always and you're not going to get much for them, but you're going to get 0 for keeping them on your team the rest of the way.
Do they have
0.
someone really fast they can trade? Because I think that's going to be such a weapon. That people are gonna be-
Maben's a good clubhouse defense guy. He's older now, but he changed the whole vibe of the Yankees last year. So if you want clubhouse, that guy, Jordan Zimmerman's a free agent. They got guys.
No one's paying up for Zim. I love you, Zim, but
No one's paying for any of these guys. But
It's about getting like anything. For
and I don't know if you get anything for
well, what if you get international signing bonus money? That's better than nothing.
like $15. Just like, here you go.
Some teams value that. Some teams don't. International
No,
signing
they
bonus.
do. You're right. Tigers, man. It's weird time to be a Tigers fan. It's been a weird time to be a Tigers fan.
Who do they got coming up? That's always a good conversation.
Ever since they got rid of Verlander, I think that's kind of been after that run when they had that team, didn't win the World Series, didn't really win anything. They got to the World Series one year. It's been tough for the Tigers.
They have such a fucking rough stretch coming up. Holy smokes. The rest of their season basically blows.
Yeah.
Holy shit, dude.
I think I mentioned that on one of our
3 against Cleveland, 3 against Chicago Cubs, 4 against Minnesota. Then you got 2 against Milwaukee. Maybe that's a breather, maybe not. Then 4 against Minnesota. Then Milwaukee. Holy smokes.
It's tough. You know what's tough about Detroit too? It's a tough ballpark to play in. It's freezing. It's huge. It's a weird place, man.
It's in the middle of nowhere. I haven't been there since like
going
2
to it. Yeah.
All right, that's the show. Thank you guys very much for tuning in. We will be back on Monday with another series recap. So enjoy the weekend, the baseball this weekend. We'll be back to let you know what happened and what you missed because it's impossible to watch all the games. Absolutely impossible. Thank you very much. This doesn't sound correct, but we're going to rock with it.